on a circular table, and their professions is also clearly given here. M sits out to the left of the actor, as all these persons are facing towards the center. Now we can fix one of the person at this place, that is the actor. M sits out to the left of the actor means M must be at this place. And only two people sit between M and the teacher. Only two people sit between M and the teacher, hence the teacher must be at this place. Done with this? Only two people between M and the teacher. And only one person between O and the teacher. Now between O and the teacher, how many persons are there? There must be exactly one. Hence O can be opposite to the actor, or O is the actor. Hence two different possibilities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, out of which actor is here, and M is at this place, and teacher is here, and O himself is an actor. Then M sits out to the left of the actor. Only two people sit between M and the teacher. Only one person sits between O and the teacher. And N sits second to the right of the pilot. Now N is seated second to the right of the pilot. As pilot is here, N sits second to the right of the pilot. N is seated second to the right of the pilot, and the pilot is not an immediate neighbor of the actor. Now the pilot is not an immediate neighbor of the actor. As pilot is not an immediate neighbor of the actor, now pilot cannot be here, pilot cannot be here, pilot cannot be here, and pilot cannot be here, isn't it? And M is not the pilot, M is not the pilot, pilot cannot be here as well. Then how many possibilities do we have? We have some two possibilities. Either O can be the pilot or Q can be the pilot, isn't it? Either O is the pilot or the person who is to the immediate right hand side of M can be the pilot. Pilot can be either at this place or pilot can be here, isn't it? If pilot is here, then N will be here, pilot 1, then N will be here because N sits out to the second to the right, or if pilot is here, then N2 will be here, actor. There are two possibilities within this one. And next one, M is not the pilot. M is not the pilot who have taken that information. M is an immediate neighbor of Q. As M is an immediate neighbor of Q, now sir. Now N cannot be at this place because M is an immediate neighbor of Q. Hence N cannot be here. Hence Q is here. If Q is here, then where should this N? N must be an actor. Are you following this one or not? Then N must be here. If N is here, then who is the pilot? Now Q is the pilot, isn't it? As Q is the pilot, O cannot be the pilot. Now in the first case we can able to fix this Q, N and the pilot. And M is an immediate neighbor of Q. Only one person sits between Q and the doctor. As only one person between Q and the doctor, this O is the doctor. Only one person between Q and the doctor. And the engineer sits to the immediate right of R. Engineer sits to the immediate right of R. As engineer is seated to the immediate right of R, tell me whether R can be here or not. R cannot be here. Why? If R is here and doctor is to the immediate right hand side of R but not the engineer. Hence engineer sits to the immediate left of R. As engineer sits to the immediate left of R, if R is here and engineer and teacher must be in the same place, which is not possible. Hence R cannot be here. R cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here. Can R be at this place? If R is here, pilot engineer must be in the same place and R cannot be here as well. Then what is the only possibility we have? Then if R is here, then engineer is to the immediate left. R cannot be here as well because if R is here, engineer and actor must be in the same. Hence R must be here. If R is here, then engineer must be here. Now we can able to fix this engineer and R as well. Engineer and R were done. Now the next information is related to R and S, and two people between R and S. As two people between R and S, tell me what is the possibility we have? Now this S must be in between Q and N. And two people between R and S. Painter is not an immediate neighbor of the doctor. As painter is not an immediate neighbor of the doctor, hence O, R and this one and S is the painter. As S is the painter here, then what is the other information we have? Painter is not an immediate, L is the banker. As L is the banker, this is the only place left over for this L. L is the banker. If L is the banker, tell me then Who is the person left over? Liar, and M is the liar. Done with this? Now this is about question number 66 to 70. Then question number 66 in this. Which of the following is true with respect to M? With respect to M, only two people between M and the pilot. That is false. M is an immediate neighbor of the teacher. That is also false. M sits exactly between O and the pilot. Definitely true. Choice 3 is the answer. Question number 66, it is choice 3. Then coming to question number 67. Now in question number 67, which of the following is true with respect to M? Only two people between M and the pilot. Two people between M and the pilot is false. Now question number 67. And which of the following is true with respect to the given arrangement? R and the engineer are immediate neighbors. R and engineer are immediate neighbors. That is definitely true. Choice 1. Then question number 68. Who among the following is the liar? Yes, who is the liar here? M is the liar. That is choice 5. Then question number 69. Q is related to painter. Q is related to painter means Q is to the immediate left of the painter in certain way. Following the same pattern, R is related to the banker. R is to the immediate left of the banker. To which of the following professions is M related to? M is to the immediate left of whom? Pilot. Pilot, that is choice 4. Then question number 70. And which of the following is the profession of P? Yes, P is an engineer. Now, P is the only person left over and P is an engineer, that is choice 3. Now this is about question number 66 to 70. 8 persons seated around a circular table facing the center and they belong to different profession. Then 71 to 75. Now in this question number 71 to 75, to portray the cultural diversity of India, College IJAC is initiating a program called Tarang, under which it will celebrate 7 different festivals and over 7 different months of the year, starting from June and ending in December. Starting from June and ending in December, isn't it? Hence, what is the information we have? June, starting with June, we can start here June. Next one is July, August, September, October, November and December. Hence, we have 7 different months and 7 different festivals. Then, condition number first, we need to identify which festival is celebrated in which month. Then coming to this condition, first condition, Diwali will be celebrated in December. Now December, and this is Diwali. Diwali will be celebrated in December. And Christmas will be celebrated immediately before Holi. And Christmas is immediately before Holi. And so Holi and Christmas must be like this. And Holi will not be celebrated in October. And Holi in October is completely ruled out. Holi cannot be in the month of October. And Christmas is immediately before Holi. There will be one festival between Navratri and Onam. Navratri will be celebrated before Onam. Hence Navratri is here. And before this one and immediate and between these two, there is one. One between Navratri and Onam. And Navratri is before Onam. Eid will be celebrated immediately before Diwali. Now Eid is immediately before Diwali. Isn't it? Eid will be immediately before Diwali. And Diwali is December is Diwali. Hence Eid must be in the month of November. Done? Now this is what the information we have. Now first we need to discuss about this Navratri and Onam. Now tell me whether Navratri can be in the month of January. No, Navratri is in the month of January if Navratri is here. Then Onam will be here. If Onam is here, then Eid and Christmas and Holi must be together. Hence Christmas, isn't it? And Holi, Christmas and Holi will be in these two places. As Christmas and Holi in these two places, then what is the other thing left over here? Navratri, Onam, and Holi is not in the month of October, but as finally we got that Holi in the month of October. Hence that case, Navratri in the month of June is completely ruled out. Done with this? Now let us discuss about whether this Navratri can be in the month of July or not, because you are taking all the possibilities here. If Navratri is in the month of July, Navratri is July, then Onam will be here. If Onam is here, and now sir, Christmas and Holi must be adjacent to each other, which is not possible. Hence Navratri cannot be in the month of July as well. Then what is the other possibility here? Navratri in the month of August. If Navratri is here, then Onam will be here. If Onam is here, Christmas and Holi, Christmas is here and immediately followed by Holi, and the leftover is what? And Ganesh Chaturthi must be in the month of September. Done with this? Now this is about question number 71 to 75. Now in this question number 71, which of the following festivals will be celebrated immediately after Navratri? Immediately after Navratri, that is Ganesh Chaturthi, that is choice 5. Then question number 72, which of the following festivals will be celebrated in the month of June? In the month of June, Christmas, that is choice 4. Then question number 73, how many festivals will be celebrated between Holi and Onam? And between Holi and Onam, there are exactly 2 festivals, Navratri and Ganesh Chaturthi, that is 2. 2 that is given in choice 2. Then question number 74, and which of the following is true as per the given arrangement here? There will be 2 festivals celebrated between Ganesh Chaturthi and Holi. That is false. And there will be only 2 festivals between Holi and Ganesh Chaturthi, and both are one and the same, isn't it? And choice 3, choice 4, Holi will be celebrated in a month consisting of 31 days. That is definitely true because that is in the month of July, 31 days. Then 75, and Onam will be celebrated after how many months of celebration of Christmas? Now Onam will be celebrated after how many months? 1, 2, 3, 4 months after this one, isn't it? And so what is your answer here? More than 3, that is choice 1. 75. Now this is about question number 71 to 75. Next is 76 to 80. Now this again comes under a puzzle which is based on seating arrangement. How many persons are there? 8 persons are seated in a straight line but not necessarily in the same order. Some of them are facing south while some of them are facing north, isn't it? Then now 8 persons, some of them are north and some of them are south is given. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then in this one, H sits 4 to the left of A. If A is here, H sits 4 to the left of A. H is seated 4 to the left of A and A is facing towards which direction? A is facing towards south. A faces towards south and H sits 4 to the left of A, isn't it? Then H at this place, 1, 2, 3 and A will be here and A faces south. Now A faces south and H sits 4 to the left of A, H will be here, and next one, E sits second to the right of A, E is seated second to the right of A. That means how many people you are covered as of now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As 7 persons we can able to cover with the help of these 2 information. Hence how many possibilities we have? We have some 2 possibilities. A and blank H and A is facing towards south. This is one possibility. And the second one 5, 6, 7, 8. If A is here, then A will be here facing towards south and H will be here. Done with this? How many possibilities do we have? We have some 2 possibilities. And A faces south and E sits second to the right of A and D sits second to the right of G. As D is seated second to the right hand side of G, D is seated second to the right of G and D is seated second to the right of G. If G is here, D sits second to the right of G and G is neither an immediate neighbor of A nor H. And G is neither an immediate neighbor of A nor H, G cannot be here and G cannot be here as well, isn't it? Now in this case, G cannot be here, G cannot be here, cannot be here and cannot be here. The only possibility is G must be here. If G is here, D must be in the place of H or A, that is also not possible and this case is completely ruled out. Now we are left with only one case. Done? Now in this case, tell me where should this G and D be? Now extreme. Why it is extreme? G cannot be in these 2 places again. Now in this case also if you take G at this place, the only thing left over is here G. Now if G is here, again D, there is no place left for this D, hence G cannot be here as well and the final possibility is only at the left extreme end, hence G must be here. If G is here and D is here and D sits second to the right of G, hence this G must be facing towards north, isn't it? And both the immediate neighbors of F face north. Immediate neighbors of F is facing towards north. F is not an immediate neighbor of H, F cannot be here. As F cannot be here, F cannot be here as well. Because if F is here, one of the immediate neighbor of F is facing towards south, that is not possible, hence F at this place, both the immediate neighbors of F are facing towards north. Done? And immediate neighbors of E face opposite directions. Immediate neighbors of E faces opposite directions, isn't it? Immediate neighbors of E means the G and D are facing opposite. G is facing north, D will be towards south. And next one, and both the immediate neighbors of B face opposite direction to that of D. D is facing south, hence both the immediate neighbors of D, immediate neighbors of B are facing towards which direction? Are facing towards north. As immediate neighbors of B are facing towards north, hence B must be here. Then F and H are the immediate neighbors of B, are facing towards north, and the person who is left over is C, and C is facing towards south, towards north. Done? Now, this is how these 8 persons were seated, and E and C face opposite direction, as C is facing towards north and E is towards south. Then question number 76, and which of the following pairs represent immediate neighbors of the person seated at the two extreme ends? Immediate neighbors of the person seated at the extreme ends, E and B. B and E, choice 3. Then 77, if each of the persons is made to sit in alphabetical order from right to left, right hand side to left hand side, starting from whom? Starting from A. Now A, B, B will be in the same place, D, C, D, E, F, G, H. Yes, how many persons here? There is only one person. Who is that person? B. And B is the only person who remained at the same place. Then question number 78, what is the position of G with respect to A? Now G with respect to A is facing south, 1, 2, 3, south to the right, that is choice 2. And 79, how many persons are seated between A and B? Now there are 2 persons, C and F are the persons in between, A and B, choice 1. And question number 80, and how many persons in the given arrangement are facing north? There are 5 persons who are facing towards north, that is more than 4, choice 1. And this is about question number 76 to 80. Then 81 to 85. Now this 81 to 85 is based on input and output. Now in this one, tell me how many elements are there in the given input? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 10 and 12, in total 12 elements. How many steps are there? 6 steps. That means in each step exactly 2 elements are being arranged, isn't it? Then now first we need to identify the logic in this one. S, P, M, K, F and B. Now 6 words, all the 6 words are written in the first 6 places, and all these words are written in the descending order. Isn't it? First all the words are written in the descending order, followed by the numbers. The numbers again in the descending order. Words descending order, followed by numbers in the descending order. Then we have to find out the pattern followed in this one. Now in the first step, shape is the highest word written at the first place, and the highest number 94 written at the last place, and for there onwards, and next word in step 2, the previous word to shape is paint, and in step 3 the previous word to paint is main, next one is key, fan and box. This is how the words were arranged, and the previous word to each of these words are arranged at the next place in each of the steps. Then coming to these numbers, 94, the previous number to 94 is arranged at the last place, 94 shifted to the next place, and 94 shifted to this place, isn't it? And the previous number to 77, 51 arranged at the last place, and so on. And further these numbers, 94 is shifted to the next position towards left hand side. Now this is how these 5 questions are based on this single input. All the questions are based on a single input, and you have to work out the entire procedure. And this is about question numbers 81 to 85. Then 86, now 86 and 87, these two are based on direction sense. Now Asmi is standing at point P. Now this Asmi is standing at which point? Now at point P. And Asmi is pointing and facing east. She walks for 8 meters. First she travels for how many meters? 8 meters towards east, and turns to her left and then walks for 5 meters. Turns towards her left hand side and walks for 5 meters. And turns to her right. She stops after walking for 4 meters. Right hand side, and she stops after walking for how many meters? 4 meters. Now this is the final position of this Asmi, isn't it? Finally Asmi is at this place. Starting at P, now she reached to this place. Then meanwhile, what is the other information here? And She stops after walking 4 meters. Sagar. Now Sagar is standing at point R. Where is this point R? R is 5 meters to the east of P. As R is 5 meters to the east of P, now tell me whether we can write R at this place or not. And R is how many meters? 5 meters. Earlier the distance between the P and this one is how much? 8. Out of which this is 5, this will be how much? This will be 8. Now this Sagar started at point R and which is 5 meters to the east of point P. He walks for 4 meters. 4 meters towards south. After walking for 4 meters, turns to his left and he stops after walking for 7 meters. 7 meters means now this is 3 and this is 4. 3 plus 4 equals to 7 meters. Hence finally this Ashmi and this Sagar are at the vertical distance, isn't it? Now these two are at the vertical distance. Then he stops after walking for 7 meters. After reaching their final positions, which directions are these two persons facing? Now finally Ashmi is facing towards east. Now this Sagar is also facing towards east. And both these two persons are facing east, choice 1. 86 it is choice 1. Then question number 87. What is the distance between the final positions of Ashmi and Sagar? Now we need to identify the distance between Ashmi and Sagar. Tell me what is the total distance here? Now this is equivalent to this 4 towards south and this is 5. Hence 5 plus 4 in total 9 meters, choice 1. The distance between these two persons finally is 9 meters. Choice 1 is the answer. Then question numbers 88 to 90. Question numbers 88 to 90, 7 examinations. LM, NO, PQ and R will be held during 7 days of the same week starting from Monday and ending on Sunday, isn't it? Starting on Monday, ending on Sunday. Now Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And Monday and ending on Sunday, exam D will be held. Then exam M will be held on Wednesday. Hence, M is at this place fixed. Only one exam between L and R and only one between L and R. Between L and R there must be only one in any order and neither L nor R will be held before M. Hence L and R must be after this M only, isn't it? Hence if L is here, R will be here, or if R is here, L will be here. That is one possibility. And the second possibility, Wednesday at this place. If L is on Friday, R is on Sunday, or if L is on Sunday, R will be on Friday. Isn't it? There are two possibilities in this one. And next one, exam O will be held immediately before Q. O is immediately before Q. Hence in both the cases, O is immediately before Q, Monday and Tuesday respectively. And O is immediately before Q. And the next information is only 2 exams will be held between R and P. As between R and P there must be exactly 2. Hence here, where should this R be? R must be on Thursday. If R is on Thursday, then only 2 in between R and P, P is here, L will be here, isn't it? Then if you take R at this place, 2 in between R and P is not possible. As it is not possible, R cannot be on Friday. As R cannot be on Friday, R must be on Sunday. As R is on Sunday and 2 in between R and P, P must be here and L will be here. And tell me what is the thing left over here? N. And N is left over, N must be on Friday. Here in the second possibility, N is on Saturday. Then finally exam P will not be held on Sunday. Exam P will not be held on Sunday. This case is completely ruled out. First case is ruled out because P is on Sunday. Hence finally we are left with only the second one. And which exam will be held on Saturday? And Saturday, that is N, choice 3. And question number 89. And 4 of the following 5 is nothing but an odd man out. And L and R. Now L and R, between L and R there is exactly 1 person. O and M 1 person. Q and L there are 2 persons. M and L there is 1 person. And P and N again there is 1 person except Q and L. And in the remaining page there must be exactly 1 person between these two. And 90th, which of the following statements is true regarding the given arrangement? Only one exam will be held between L and O. Between L and O there are 3 examinations. And exam O will be held on Tuesday, that is false. and exam L will be held on Friday, that is definitely true, choice 4. 90. Then question numbers 91 to 95. Now in this 91 to 95, how many persons are there? 8 people. P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and W live on separate floors of an 8-floor building. Ground floor is number 1, first floor is numbered, and ground floor is number 1, first floor is number 2, and so on until the topmost floor is number 8. Done. Now this is how the floors were numbered: 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. 8 floors, 8 persons living on 8 different floors. Then condition number 1, whenever floor arrangement is given, always write at the center and extend the lines like this. Then condition number 1, tell me what is the condition number 1 here? And S lives on floor number 4. S is on floor number 4, information clearly specified, S is on floor number 4, and only 2 people between S and T. How many possibilities do we have? T can be either on the ground floor or T can be on, and only 2 persons, and T can be on the 7th floor. And T can be either on the 1st floor or on the 7th floor. And next one, only 2 people between S and T, only 1 person between T and Q. 1 person between T and Q. Now in the first case, Q is on the 3rd floor, and in the second case, Q must be on the 5th floor, because only 1 person between T and Q. And V lives on an odd number floor. Now V is in an odd number floor, V odd number floor, and R lives immediately above U. R is immediately above U, R immediately above U. And next one, P lives immediately above V. Now P lives immediately above V. As V is in an odd number floor and P lives immediately above this V, hence P must be even number floor, isn't it? Now in both the cases, P must be even number floor, and P lives immediately above V but not on the topmost floor, hence P cannot be on the 8th floor. But P must be on an even number floor, isn't it? P must be on an even number floor but not on the topmost floor. Now in the first case, tell me where can this be? P cannot be on the 2nd floor. Why? If P is on the 2nd floor, then V must be on the 1st floor, which is not possible. Hence P must be on the 6th floor. If P is here and immediately below this one, that is V, isn't it? And coming to the second case, now P cannot be on the 8th floor, P cannot be on the 6th floor, and P cannot be on the 4th floor, hence P must be here. If P is here, V is here. If P and V are in these 2 places, then R and U, and R is immediately above this U, hence R is on the 8th floor and U must be here. If U is here, tell me who is the person left over? W is the person left over, W must be here. Now in the second case, R and U are adjacent to each other, is not at all possible. Done? Hence what is your answer here? Only the first case is a possible order, wherein these 8 persons were staying in a different floors of a building. Then question number 91, who among the following lives between S and P? Yes, between S and P, tell me who is that person? V, that is choice 2. And question number 92, now in this 92, who among the following lives on floor number 5? On floor number 5, V, that is choice 1. And 93, question number 93, which of the following is true with respect to the given information? U lives on floor number 6. U floor number 6, that is false. And W lives immediately above Q. W is immediately above Q, that is false. And only 3 people live between T and V. Between T and V, there are exactly 3 persons, S, Q and W. Hence choice 3. Then question number 94, how many people live between the floors on which S and T live? Between S and T, tell me how many persons there are? There are 2 persons, Q and W, choice 4. And 95, who lives on the floor immediately below you? Immediately below you, that is P, choice 1. And this is about question numbers 91 to 95. Done? Then 96 to 100. Now question numbers 96 to 100. Now it comes under which category? Has 7 friends, E, F, G, H, I, J and K, and study 3 different standards, 2, 5 and 8. How many standards are there? Only 3 standards. How many students are there? 7 students. Hence more than 1 student is studying in each of these class. Hence what is the diagram? Now it comes under which category? Common parameter. As it comes under common parameter, now we have to divide this one according to that parameter only, second and fifth and eighth, 2, 5 and 8. Whenever it comes under common parameter, then we have to divide the information like this, isn't it? Then condition number 1. What is condition number 1 here? And such that not more than 3 friends and not less than 2 friends study in the same standard. Not less than 2 and not more than 3. Then what is the only possibility we have? In one of the standards there must be exactly 3 people, and in the remaining 2 standards there must be exactly 2 only. If there are 3 students studying in standard 2 and in the remaining it must be 2 and 2. Or if there are 3 students in standard 5, here in these 2 it must be 2 and 2. Or if there are 3 persons here, it must be 2 and 2. Hence, if you could able to identify in which standard 3 persons are studying and in the remaining 2 it must be 2 and 2 only. Done? Then coming to condition number 1 in this, and these persons, each one of them, each friend also speaks a different language at home. 7 different languages given. Now G speaks Bengali and studies with 2 other friends. That means the class in which this G is there, isn't it? The class in which this G is there, there are 2 more friends. That means 3 persons in the class in which G is studying, and in the remaining 2 classes there must be exactly 2 and 2. And G speaks what? G speaks Bengali. And G speaks Bengali and studies with 2 other friends, and J studies in standard 5. Now J studies in standard 5 with only one other person. Only other person, that means this person must be Punjabi. With only one other person who speaks Punjabi. And tell me how many students are studying in standard 5? Exactly 2 persons. Who are those 2? One is J and the another one is the one who speaks Punjabi. Done? J studies in standard 5 with only the other person who speaks Punjabi. Only H and I study together. As only H and I study together, H and I study together. As can H and I study along with G? No. Why? Because only H and I means in that class there must be only 2 people. That means if H and I are in standard 2, then G will be in standard 8, or if G is in standard 8, and this will be H and I will be in standard 2. How many possibilities? 2 possibilities. Now tell me out of which whether G can be in the 5th standard? G cannot be in the 5th standard. Why? If G, because there must be 3 persons in the class in which G is studying. Then only H and I study together. Neither H nor I speaks English. Now neither H nor I speaks English. English is ruled out for these 2. H does not speak Oriya. This H does not speak Oriya. H does not speak Oriya, and E studies in standard 8. Now E is studying in standard 8. As E studies in standard 8, tell me whether H and I study along with E? No. Why? Because H and I are the only 2 persons studying in that standard. Hence H and I cannot be in the 8th standard, cannot be in the 5th standard. Hence H and I must be in the 2nd standard. If H and I were here, then where should this G? G must be in the 8th standard. Why? Because G cannot be in the 5th standard. Because if G is here and G and Bengali were there, and at the same time the G must be along with the 2 more persons. Hence G cannot be here, hence G must be in the 8th standard. If G is here, now this G speaks Bengali. Now in the class 8 there are 3 persons, and in class 2 2 persons, and in class 5 there are 2 persons. E studies in standard 8 with the one who speaks Gujarati, and E is studying with the one who speaks Gujarati. Now the 3rd person must speak Gujarati. Done with this? E, G and the 3rd person. E studies in standard 8 with the one who speaks Gujarati. The one who speaks Marathi studies in neither 2 nor 8. And Marathi neither 2 nor 8. Hence Marathi must be in standard 5. Now this is Marathi. Marathi is in standard 5. And F does not study with the one who speaks English. Now whatever this one, H and I cannot speak English. Hence who is the only person left over here? E must speak English. As E speaks English, then F does not study with the one who speaks English. F cannot be in standard 8. As F cannot be in standard 8, hence where should this F? F must be in standard 5. Then who is the person left over here? E, F, G, H, I, J, and K is the person left over, isn't it? Hence K must be Gujarati. Then this H cannot speak Oriya, hence I must speak Oriya. If I speaks Oriya, and this H is Hindi. Now this is how these 7 persons studying in 3 different classes speak 7 different languages. F does not study with the one who speaks English. Done with this? Then question number 96. Which among the following statement is definitely true with respect to the given information? H studies in standard 8. That is false. Both F and the one who speaks Bengali study together. That is false. And E studies with F. That is also false. I speaks Oriya. That is definitely true. Choice 5. Now question number 96. It is choice 5. Then 97. Who among the following studies in the 5th standard? And in the 5th standard, F and J. Now F is given, that is choice 3. And 98. Which of the following languages does K speaks? As K speaks Gujarati. K speaks Gujarati, that is other than the options given, that is choice 4. And 99. 4 are the following 5. That is nothing but an odd man out. F and E. F and E are what? F and E are studying in 2 different, isn't it? And next one, I and J, they are studying in 2 different classes. J and G are also 2 different classes. And H and F 2 different classes. And K and G are the same class, studying in the same class, choice 5. Then question number 100. Who among the following studies in the 8th standard? 8th standard, E, G and K. Out of which G is given, that is choice 4. E, G, K, it is choice 4 is the answer. Done with this? Now this is about paper number 664, question number